I'd first like to start off with a quick clip from my 2023 year in review video that I published on this channel at this time last year. Let's give it a listen. That is subscriber growth I clearly did not see coming back in January. I think I'll predict 10K subs in 2024. Let's see if we can do it. On January 1st of this year, I had 2,830 subscribers. Fast forward to today, the last day of the year, I'm now at this number of subscribers. Since I'm filming this in advance, I imagine it's between 5,100 and 5,200 subscribers. Now, whether I over or underestimated, I totally realize that I'm nowhere near the 10K sub prediction that I made last year. But of course, we learn and grow. And I'd like to set the same goal of 10K plus subs by the end of 2025. Let's see if we can actually do it this time. It's a lot harder than it looks. Moving on, in 2024, I published this many videos, including the one you're watching right now, and this many shorts. So when compared to last year, you'll notice that I published roughly around the same number of long form videos. While YouTube Shorts, on the other hand, I published 4 times the amount. This is directly due to experimenting with shorts a lot more on the channel this year, including a 31-day test I ran in March where I published 31 shorts that feature my voice and or likeness in them in a row. The reason I mentioned that I was in them is because I also experimented by publishing a ton of concert raw clips and POV videos back to back. I think it was around 70 of those videos to be exact. And for a short stretch, I was publishing 2 of them every single day. That's already 101 shorts just from experimenting. There's also the repurposed content, cool drone work, and a new series I started called Photo Walks that I hope to continue into the new year. Now, jumping into my analytics, the highest traffic source on my channel this year is once again from YouTube search. By once again, somewhat of a significant amount. But this should come as no surprise because my strategy has always been to optimize for search. I'll allow my 2022 self to explain why. Because of my niche and what I create videos about, I generally optimize my videos to rank in search. But unlike the last couple of years where optimizing for search was the main priority, in 2025, I think I'm going to start publishing more vlog type content, more lifestyle, adventure-esque, more personal, but not too personal. I've already started doing this a little towards the end of this year. And ever since getting this GoPro Hero 12 Black for my birthday, all I've ever wanted to do with it is tell stories. I mean, I'm sitting on what is probably going to be a banger Miami, Florida vlog and guide. And the only reason I haven't gotten to it yet is due to culling the footage being such a heavy lift, plus time constraints from daily life. Moving on, for the first time in 2 to 3 years, the top concert photography related content combined isn't responsible for most of my subscriber growth. Most of my subscribers that joined the channel this year came from this repurposed YouTube short titled How to Create Vertical Video Sequences in Premiere Pro. This is the same YouTube short that was also responsible for most of my new subscribers last year as well. And just in case you're curious, here's the lifetime amount of subscribers gained from this YouTube short alone. It's also at 434,000 views at the time of scripting and recording this section of this video, which is on December 14th, 2024. Which does give you some perspective since my channel also hit 1 million views this year. Now, what sucks about this short is twofold. One, a long form video is worth way more than a YouTube short. And this short, like I mentioned, is repurposed from the original video, which is on the screen now. If the original video has a lifetime RPM of $1.97, and let's say it has 434,000 views instead of the short, I would have made roughly $856 from that video alone, instead of the $7 I made from the repurposed short. The second problem is I'll never really know if my 2 videos are in competition with one another, because I think 9 times out of 10, people would rather watch an editing tutorial in a horizontal format and without it feeling too condensed or sped up in order to fit the 60-second threshold at the time. I sometimes think about setting the YouTube short version to unlisted, but then I'm afraid what could happen to my channel if I did that, since it garners so many of my views. So it's staying for now. Now for monetization, this year up until this point, my channel has made a little over $1,000, with the full month-by-month breakdown on the screen now. And since I won't know my yearly total by the time I publish this video, I'll add December's and 2024's earnings in the description below. Once I have the data, that's always 2 to 3 days behind. And now on the screen, you'll find my top earning videos and shorts this year, just in case you were curious. Similar to previous years, I thought I'd share my 2 favorite videos that I published this year. And I'll admit, this was an interesting year of videos, so it was a little difficult for me to choose. But I think I'll have to go with these 2 videos on the screen now, and will also be linked in the description below. Of course, I highly recommend checking them out if you haven't already. I've also linked some honorable mentions in the description as well, including this cinematic video that I enjoyed creating. Looking ahead into 2025, just like last year, I'd like to continue increasing my AdSense earnings. My last year's prediction was earning $100 to $150 a month, and I'd like to stick with that as the minimum prediction since we didn't quite hit it this year. Of course, I'll be aiming for over $200 a month, but I'd like to be realistic about the speed of my channel's growth, time constraints, and fluctuating ad rates. As far as content goes, concert photography related content will most likely still come into play, so don't worry about that leaving going into 2025. But just like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to hopefully be experimenting with more vlog, adventure, and personal style content into the new year as well. It's something I've been wanting to do since last year, and I think I'm going to give it a shot. So we'll see how it all goes, and I hope you'll join me regardless of whichever direction we take. And not to repeat myself again, but starting this YouTube channel continues to be one of the greatest decisions I've ever made. Honestly, it's realistically the reason I got my new day job as well. But more on that in another video. Normally in this ending section, I say something like, and I have no intention of slowing down. And while that is true as I scripted it, I will say I have been feeling some resistance for creating on YouTube in the last half of the year. Not sure if it's because life is getting busier and busier as I get older, but I hope this resistance subsides in 2025. But it is just me running this channel after all, so I'll cut myself some slack. It's a lot of work. Lastly, I said the same thing last year again, but look forward to some sort of product or membership or something in the coming year. I just don't know what it is yet. If you didn't know already, I did soft launch some Trust Your Creative Process merch on my website. Definitely go check them out if you haven't already. My favorites are the dad hat, crew neck, and mug. And if you have anything specific in mind for the type of product or membership you'd like to see from this channel, definitely let me know in the comments below. As always, I'm all ears and open to feedback. This is it, guys. I can't believe this is the 4th time I'm saying this. 2025 is right around the corner, and it has potential to be one of the most transformative years of my life. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next year.